Exposure therapy. Okay, then your homework is to look every day. Make a video and look every day. No, seriously, exposure. I felt the same way when I first started like hearing my voice and looking at my voice, but I have a meme for this. Self-acceptance, it's the gift that keeps on giving. There's this place within all of us where I think we struggle with our own sense of who we think we are versus who we see ourselves as when we look at a video and we hear our voice and we see our body gestures and we see our facial expressions. And in the case of poi, when we see how we're spinning and where we have hiccups and where we thought something was good that it wasn't. But the thing is, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get doing it, kind of like any other practice. So I don't know if they have Saturday Night Live where you are, but back in I think this was in the 80s, they used to have this segment on SNL, which is a comedy show.
I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
Daily Affirmation with Stuart Smalley.
And he would do these self-affirmations that were clearly like over the top and comedic, but I think the core of them is really accurate, where he'd look into the mirror and he'd say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. And he would really, it was over the top. But I think there's a place where there's a deep truth that it's touching on underneath it. And I think to the extent that you can allow yourself to have the gift of grace about where you are, who you are, how you're being, is the degree to which you can have more joy in your life. I know that sounds like super cheesy, but I think it really is true. But that's just my opinion. The invitation though is to play with this and see for yourself what it does for you. Because I think there's some magic in it. Aside from those psychological parts of it, which by the way, are probably the bigger gift than anything related to the poi, because the psychological things apply to all segments, cross sections of your life, whereas the poi is just this one tiny little element of it. Aside from those massive psychological things, you looked way more comfortable. Your facial expression thing, by the way, I don't think was nearly as pronounced as you probably perceived it was, but FlowFace is an actual technical term that has been around for a really long time because derp face, it just happens. So when you hear me say smile in class, now you know why.